Lord Barghest, in my opinion, is the hardest boss added with Darkmoor. Not only are his cheats obnoxious, the fight has been bugged for some time. The most important part of this dungeon isn't even the fight against Lord Barghest. In the earlier sections of the dungeon before you fight Lord Barghest, there are two things you can do to make the fight drastically easier. The first of which occurs when you are collecting the Wolfsbane. There will be 3 randomly selected Wolfsbanes, which when collected will spawn a boss. If you don't defeat all 3 bosses, they will appear in the final fight alongside Lord Barghest. An easy way to ensure you get all 3 bosses would be to stand on the flower for a few seconds, and if the boss doesn't spawn, move on without collecting it and try on another one. When it does spawn a boss, defeat them and collect the Wolfsbane. Continue this until you have defeated all 3 bosses, then collect 2 more to complete this part of the quest. The second thing to do to make this fight easier comes next. Once you've collected the Wolfsbane, you'll be asked to determine which NPC has been turned into a werewolf. By choosing the correct NPC first, you should receive 3 beneficial cheats in the final fight. To determine the correct NPC, you are required to search the dungeon for 3 or 4 possible clues: a silver necklace, a lock of hair, red cloth, and strange footprints. Each clue corresponds to one of the NPCs. The silver necklace corresponds to Trinette, the lock of hair to Tawny, the red cloth Ignacio, and the strange footprints correspond to Demeti. The NPC who you did not find a clue for is the werewolf. Once you choose this NPC, you can move on to the final fight. Although correctly choosing the werewolf should activate all 3 cheats, they often don't. Through my testing, they do seem to activate more reliably now than when I first did the dungeon, but for the method I'm going to show you, you only need one of the positive cheats to activate. I've also noticed a bug where you are immediately forced to pass at the start of the round and unable to take your turn, which will also affect the outcome of the fight if it occurs. To complete this fight, you're going to need 6 cards. You need 2 Empowers, 2 Shift TCs, then 2 of either Life's King Artorias Path B or 2 of Leviathan Path B, or one of both. Empowers are the easiest to obtain as they are almost always for sale at the bazaar. Shift TCs can also be found at the bazaar, although you may need to come back and check it a few times to get some. Obviously, if you are a Life or Storm Wizard, you already have King Artorias or Leviathan, but if you aren't, you have 2 options. Either you obtain TCs, which can be sold on the bazaar, although I've never seen them, so you will likely need to craft them through the PvP crafter at the arena or the guild island. If you don't have access to these, you can also farm for Leviathan TCs by defeating these mobs from the Stormweaving quests. For good measure, you should also pack your strongest 6 pip hit and an enchant. Before you start, make sure your pips are set to either Life or Storm, depending on which card you choose to use. To complete this method, you are going to need the Quicken cheat to activate, which will give you an aura for double pip generation at the end of the first round. On round 1, you will empower, then on round 2, you are going to switch your pips to Myth and use either King's Life Artorias or Leviathan. Then on round 3, you are going to switch your pips back to either Life or Storm and use Shift on the minion. Then you repeat this method again. On round 4, you empower, round 5, you swap your pips to Myth, then use either Leviathan or King Artorias. Then on round 6, you are going to use Shift on Lord Barghest. Make sure you use your second Shift on Lord Barghest, as the second damage over time will have been active for less and will have been buffed due to the minion's cheat where they cast Universal Blades. This means that the second dot will store extra damage and will kill Lord Barghest, who has more health and resist than the minion. If for whatever reason he survives with a small amount of health, you then use your 6 pip hit on round 7. And that is how you can solo Lord Barghest in only 6 rounds. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, leave a like and consider subscribing. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.
Now the real hunt begins. Drop it, balls. Now you face Ignacio. TDU.
Got to help, Wizard.
flips in your favor for now.
And now the coin flips to my favor.